Well, hi there, and welcome back to Margot and me. Today's video is a recap of days 11 through 14. I guess a little bit of the start of day 15 as well. So today, this day, day 11, began with a short ride to Vernon, where I visited a friend and a former colleague. It's really good to catch up with her again. And after that, I made my way to Salmon Arm. And there I was going to settle in for 3 days for the Blues and Roots Festival, which was amazing. I was originally thinking I'd just ride the 100 kilometers or so up the main road to Salmon Arm, but the night before, when I was on that ride with my cousin Warren, he told me of a road that's way more fun, curvy, scenic, better than the main highway. So I programmed that into my GPS and I headed out on my way. Before going to Salmon Arm, I also decided to stop in at something called Dreamcycle Museum. It's west of Salmon Arm by about 15 kilometers or so. But more on that later. So as I'm trying to leave Vernon on my way to the museum, my GPS kept taking me to all these little residential streets and then tried to guide me down the catwalks between neighborhoods. So I fought the GPS for a while, wondering why is it taking me these back ways? Until I realized I had programmed it to walk to Salmon Arm and not drive. But I thought to myself, once I get out of Vernon, it'll be okay. There's no more catwalks out there. All I'll have to do is understand that when the GPS says it will take 18 hours, that's probably going to take 55 minutes. No problem. Just carry on. And for the first 2/3 of that trip, I was right. No problem. Fun road. Very little traffic. Nice sweeping curves. It was a real joy to ride. Another found pleasurable surprise. In fact, that might be one of the biggest takeaways for me this summer. When I expect little and just allow myself to experience whatever the road brings me, I find more joy than trying to force something to happen. did begin to think I was going to be in a wee bit of trouble when I started running into gravel roads. I nearly turned around at this first gravel road in order to reprogram my GPS to something a little more comfortable that I like to ride, but I was stubborn. It'll be fine, I thought. More curves, more turns onto side roads, more fun. I enjoyed all of it. And then came a side road that must have had a downgrade of 9 or 10%. And it was gravel. Parts of it washed out, full of ruts. Did I turn around? I basically let the bike idle down the hill and sat on my rear brake to help to keep the bike upright. Not the most fun 5 minutes ever. But I made it through. And note to self, just like that lesson from a previous video I shared, if you're thinking about putting on rain gear, don't think, just put it on. Well, the lesson today is, if you're wondering, should I reprogram the GPS? Reprogram the GPS. The 2 minutes it takes to stop, fix the phone, and get going again is worth it.
When it's getting late and you're feeling all alone, you think no one's listening, need someone to call. It's the middle of the night and you need a friendly face, someone who can lift you up
the Dreamcycle Museum was lots of fun. I hadn't eaten anything that day, and by now it was closing in on 3 p.m., so I enjoyed a lunch at the cafeteria. Incredible food, actually. Their soup is homemade from scratch. Fantastic. Highly recommend it. And after that, I wandered through the museum itself, where the owner displays all the bikes he has either collected himself or through loans from others. All kinds of bikes here, from very old to very modern. If you like bikes at all, it's well worth the stop. The weekend was fabulous. The Roots and Blues Festival is very well organized and lots of good artists this year. There were 5 stages, so it took a little planning and maneuvering to find my way through. But just like the lesson earlier, the artists I enjoyed the most were the ones I either hadn't heard of before or those for whom I didn't have much in the way of expectations. Jesse Roper, Jackie Benson, Selwyn Birchwood, the Harpoonist and the Axe Murderer all put on amazing shows. I had a lot of next morning, day 15, was the beginning of the trek to the coast and Texada Island. Today, day 15, was supposed to be a day of just kind of getting from point A to point B, stopping in Lillooet for the night. But a couple things happened this day that were unexpected. One was a small panic moment. Another was being amazed at the road again. So stay tuned for the next episode where I will share how I almost lost my key again and the beauty of the road to Lillooet. And I'll show some footage from the road that was the most technical and, as far as pure riding goes, was my favorite day of the summer trip, the road from Lillooet to Horseshoe Bay. All right, thanks for being here. See you again next time.